Welcome everyone once again to another episode of SoCal New Builds. Today we're visiting David Coy of Richmond American Homes. We're here in the city of Rialto at Seasons of Acacia. And I'm Hector Aguilar.
With Ben Pie Champagne, Aguilar Realty Group.
Thanks again for joining us. And David, thank you for setting some time aside to meet with us and talk a little bit about Richmond Homes.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to have you guys out here and see our homes.
So tell me a little bit about Richmond American Homes. How long have you been with them and what do you like about the product they put out?
So I've been with Richmond American Homes since about 2019. I was inspired by the quality of service that my parents actually got, and I wanted to work for the company. Right. I think some of the value we bring to people is that with us it's personal. You have a whole bunch of homes out there and everything's going to be cookie cutter. I think the difference between them and us is we're really going to give you that value of being able to personalize your house and make it more of a home versus
everyone else.
Just the cookie cutter box. Your neighbor's house is going to be the same, right?
Yes.
Right. You know, we were just talking about that right now, comparing different builders, and you know, we go out and see different builders throughout the Southern California area. And one of the things that I do like about Richmond American is just the quality of finishes that you guys put into your homes. Tell me a little bit about that process. What's included? How do you get some upgrades? And at what point do clients actually go to like a design center to pick out their finishes?
That's a great question. Yeah. When you bring one of your clients over to our community, they purchase the home and they get to go to our in-house design center, select all their options. We have 3 stages of building where they're going to select structural items. Okay. Then they're going to, at the design center, select their stage 2, which will be things like their cabinets, things that would be behind the walls where they put them, as well as finishes like your countertops, your flooring, backsplashes.
I see that's a
fixtures,
finish.
Things like that. Right. So we want to really be able to give you guys a baseline and give you an affordable home. So our standard home is going to be nice like everything else, where you get your carpet, you're going to get granite countertops, white cabinets, just like any other place.
Right on.
I think where we step it up is where we send you to the design center and we have different levels of options for you to choose.
Wonderful.
Where you can really build your dream home, and then let's say it was too expensive, then you can say, I don't know about that, right? And start pulling things out to come down to that budget.
You can kind of scale it back a little bit if you have to.
Exactly. Find out what's really important to you and you know, have those conversations. There's going to be a dad who wants his California room, and there's going to be a mom who wants her super nice quartz countertops, right? So where do you find that compromise is really what we're going to get here.
And I think that's the benefit of going to a design center, you know, you and your spouse or whomever you're going to buy your home with, is to go and select the finishes you want. You know, you have a base model to work from, and you have the ability to also do some upgrades, maybe scale it back if you need to. But the beautiful thing that I like you said is that you can customize it to what you like. Yeah, and I think in new home construction, I think that's the important thing, is that you can find something that benefits you and your family in terms of square footage, bedrooms, baths. So one of the benefits is that you're able to customize the finishes according to your own personal likings, right? Yeah. So I appreciate you kind of breaking that down. In terms of a location, I know Seasons at Acacia is in the city of Rialto. Yeah. I believe city of Rialto is one of the up and coming cities. We're seeing a lot of new development, not only in the residential side of things, but also on the commercial side of that. Yeah. Tell us why Richmond American chose Rialto.
We chose Rialto. We wanted to bring an affordable product to the market. We wanted to have a good location as far as freeways were concerned. Wanted to be close to hospitals. You got shopping, marketplaces, things like, you know, the Renaissance Center by the 210. Yeah. You also have, you know, Rialto Marketplace down the street, closer to the 10, which they're still developing. So you're going to see things like In-N-Out, stuff like that.
Awesome. You know, because most people, when they choose a location, not only do they choose the home, but they're also choosing a city where they want to live in to create a lifestyle. You know, whether they have young children, schools are going to be important, right? Absolutely. If they want to go to dining or, you know, some outdoor experiences, they want to make sure they're near parks. They have choices of restaurants to go to, and shopping. You know, who doesn't love shopping, right?
Yeah, my wife certainly does.
Right, mine does too. And I like that the fact that that Seasons at Acacia is located right between, just a few minutes off the 10 freeway and just a few minutes south of the 210. So it's centrally located, great for commute, whether you're going eastward toward more, you know, Riverside County, or you're going down south towards San Diego County, or if you want to get out to LA County. You know, I mean, it is a little bit of a drive to commute to LA, but I think Rialto is centrally located.
I've got that LA problem solved too. We're close to the Metro link, so we're hopping a skip right down the way there too.
Wonderful. So for those that can commute, It's good to know that the metro's just down the road. And nowadays, with more and more companies being able to allow their employees to work from home, I do see many more models have a dedicated office space that could be either a 4th or 5th bedroom. So that's also a plus as well. Anything else that you want to share about Richmond American Homes with us?
I think it breaks down to a level of, what we're going to offer the market. We also have some really good financing programs that's going to be a little bit forgiving on what's going on in the market today. As well as your sales associates, we're really dedicated to making sure that, we provide value and we give you updates on what your house is. I think, the product that we give you is a very special product where, maybe the shirt that you're wearing, for example, it's one of those things that, you don't see it getting made. When you're building a house, it's out in the open. You get to see that. And I think that's such a special part of the process to be able to really know what's inside your house.
So you mentioned the process of building a home. Can you explain the process of the stages of how that looks like and how the communication works as well?
Great question, Ben.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually have some pretty cool touch points. When you buy the house, you get to meet our superintendent. We give you a date that we're going to start trenching your home. That means digging the holes for all of your rough plumbing. The next thing that you would really expect would be, to see your concrete slab poured. After that, we start framing your house up, getting all the rough mechanical, things like your electrical, things like your plumbing.
Is there changes in that time frame?
It's very flexible, especially after COVID. It really put a kink in the process, but we work through those challenges and we communicate them to you on a weekly basis. It's definitely going to be one of those situations where we want you to come out and see your house. We want you to be able to feel like you're part of the process. You're always going to be welcome to come out and visit, but touches where we actually give you that customer service product are really going to be that slab walk. As well as we have, it's called the Dusty Shoe Tour. So our superintendent is actually going to walk you through your home before we put the drywall in. And he's going to point out all the options that you selected structurally and confirm them with you. And then he's going to let you see what's behind the walls and talk about the house with you.
Wonderful. So during that time that they do that specific walkthrough, if you should change your mind and you want something different and change, is there some kind of ability to make some modifications, or is it pretty much set in stone once we go through the design phase?
Typically, it's going to be fixed once you sign your paperwork. It's going to be a different story if it's something that's not available or per what the city wants. It's kind of a liquid thing, but generally it's not. We have to, we have to make the city happy as well. We deliver the plans out. It's already said and done. That kind of stuff is ordered. But
and it's great to understand. Even though you want some small modifications, it may not be possible because, as he said, the city's already approved it. The blueprints have already been submitted. So you want to make sure that those changes or modifications that you're thinking of are done during the time where the planification is done. You don't want to do them through these walkthroughs. And I think a lot of consumers may have that misconception that they can make changes. Well, that's not the time to do it, right?
Yeah, we wish that we could change it for you, but unfortunately, it's part of the process. You really want to, make sure that, when you're with a good sales associate, they're going to confirm that this is something that you can and you can't do. You're going to go over those things. You're going to sign paperwork over and over again with your designer.
That's what I was going to mention. A lot of people don't know that there's blueprints involved with the codes and the permits, right? So when you think of it, it's like they'll show you the blueprints. There are certain things inside the house that can be changed, but when it's structurally already done, permitted already through the city, you can't remove or fix the square footage, right?
Exactly.
There's things that are going to be pretty permanent, but I think again during planification is when you want to make all those decisions, not wait to these walkthroughs. But overall, I think people will like the fact that they can sit with you in the design process and choose their finishes, their services, whether it's hardwired for AV or internet or whatever the case is, recessed lighting, things of that nature. But it's a good opportunity for you to, and cabinet too, whether you want white or dark or all that kind of stuff. So I think the design center is definitely the point where you want to make all those decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a good little piece of advice for that would be, you know, there's tons of resources out there for you to really know what that look is that you're looking for on the internet, right?
Right.
Do a little bit of what's that internet site? Oh gosh,
Pinterest.
Like spend some time on Pinterest, get that feel that you want in your house,
Right.
and then we have professional designers that do this on a daily basis.
Right on.
They have color schemes that they work with, right?
Perfect.
So you can take those types of things to the designer and say, hey, this is a look and the feel that I want.
Wonderful. That's great.
Can we do that? Right? And
Yeah.
usually they're really, really sweet people,
Awesome.
and they're not really there to pressure you, but they're there to guide you through the process. And sometimes they might even tell you if they think that something is
Maybe not the right fit.
exactly.
And it's important for them to know
Respectfully.
because they're designers. You know,
Yeah,
you have some
yeah.
ideas and it just may not look right. So
Yeah,
it's good to know.
definitely.
Tell us a little bit more about Seasons at Acacia. What's the entry level price point right now? You know, bedroom, bathroom, square feet. How many floor plans are you offering here at Seasons at Acacia?
Inventory. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually do have some inventory homes.
Okay.
I start as low as $565 on our base price.
Okay.
And I'm going to
a
go
great
up to
entry
about
price.
$615. Thank
Right
you.
on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really
great
excited
entry
about
price,
that.
yeah.
Our square footage is going to range from about 2,000 square feet all the way up to 2,600 square feet. So we've got a wide variety of people that we're going to fit. We only have one single story left at this community, and
see.
it's out in the future. So.
Okay. Is that one still available? If someone's
Uh,
interested?
I cannot sell it yet. It's not released. It's
Okay,
going to be in
so
the
it's a
next
different phase.
phase.
Okay.
But hey, if you're still thinking about a single story, come on my way.
Well, you know, there's older folks that are trying to get into something new that are maybe tired of a two-story that might need a single story, and they still like the comfort and feel of a new home. So it's good to know that you have one available still.
Yeah, and then I think for this market, generally what we're really selling is going to be the 3 homes that we carry that are 2-story. So I have a Lapis that's going to be about 2,100 square
Okay.
feet,
Okay.
3 bedrooms up. It's the most affordable house that we've got for you. That house is, you know, a great starter home.
Okay.
It gets you everything that you need, the spaces that you want. The thing about this market, I don't think that there's a lot of larger homes that people really can find for
Yeah.
themselves anymore. And
You know, I did like, as I walked through some of the models, I did like that both models that we walked through have a downstairs bedroom, you know, for the older families, like the in-laws or, you know, the parents that are in retirement age that they don't want to be going up and downstairs anymore. So that's a great feature. Is there something that you offer in terms of like an office as well, or is it just lofts, or can people choose that between an office, loft, or a bedroom if they needed to?
that's the good thing about our niche, right? Is that they have a lot of that flexibility where if I have somebody who's working from home and they need that downstairs office, that's how our house is going to come for you,
Right on.
right? But if I have grandma that's moving into the house and, you know, she can't step over a bathtub downstairs and needs a room, I can do that for her too.
Awesome.
So
That's awesome. It's good to know.
All right, David, what are the financing options for a buyer here at Richmond American?
they're going to be your typical financing. We got conventional, we've got VA, we've got FHA.
Okay.
I think the special part about us is we're trying to really feel what buyers are going through right now
Right.
and
Okay.
offer affordable houses with affordable financing as well.
Wonderful. I know with the rates being up, how Ben, it's been a concern for most buyers in terms of what the rates are right now.
Right.
How sensitive are you guys on rates in terms of your lending options for buyers right now?
So depending on credit scores, right, we have a special program right now that we just got, and it's going to be till December for
Okay.
December closings,
Okay.
quick
Wonderful.
move-ins. That I can get homes with a 2-1 buy down if you're.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so familiar
Yes.
with two-one buy downs for sure.
Yeah.
I have 2-1 buy downs that are really going to be forgiving. So where your buyer's getting maybe a 6.5%.
And for those that don't know, can you kind of just...
Well, I mean, it's a 2-1 buy down is more when they start at a certain rate, and they for the first couple of years, it's a little less than what
Yeah.
the note rate will be.
Exactly.
It helps people kind of transition in from not what we call payment shock, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
we can't really get into rates and terms because it's all depend on your FICO score.
Right.
But certainly, once we come in and bring you to David, he can sit down and kind of look at your FICO scores and have his lending division kind of consult on, in terms of what they can offer you. But it's good to know that you have some options.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We are a lot more forgiving than your resale home. So
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I appreciate that.
What home, like green features do you have in your homes? I mean, solar is the standard.
Right.
But do you see this, like, Richmond acquiring new, like, green stuff in the future? New like...
I would say we're trying to keep it simple and give you those energy efficiencies that you might look for in a home. We're definitely trying to come in with solar and be forgiving on your electricity bill, as well as be green and thoughtful about what we're pulling from the grid. But we have features where your house is going to be HERS rated. It's going to be a lot. With a new home, you're going to have just features that are really going to help with the energy consumption.
Right.
You're going to have your windows that are more brand new. You're going to have your insulation. That's the R value of our drywall is going to keep heat flow from going in and out of the house is a little bit better.
Yeah.
That does help with green emphasis of new construction for sure. But you talked a little bit about solar. And I know that in past conversation, I think you said every home comes with 4 kilowatts of solar panel
Yeah,
power?
approximately 4 kilowatts. It's going to vary per plan. We want to keep it tight. We don't want to give you too much, and we don't want to give you too little.
Right.
So we're going to start you off with a certain amount per the floor plan. And if that's not working after a couple months when you moved into your house, you can reach out to the solar company and add more if that's the problem you guys want.
And it kind of transition into the question I have is, as in 2035, right, the state of California is requiring that we now go completely electrical vehicle, right, EV. So how are the homes being prepped for maybe the potential of having 2 or 3 EV cars in the property?
That's going to break down to with us, it's personal thing again.
Okay.
One of the cool things is if you're still driving that gas car, you've got a hybrid, then you don't need to add that and spend the extra money.
Right.
But if you do have the Tesla sitting outside, you want to bring it in the garage, we can give you a 240 volt to help with that.
Okay, wonderful. Great to know. Anything else that we should know about Richmond American Homes in terms of seasons at Acacia that you want to share with some of our viewers?
Specific maybe features.
I think the value of our community is that we're just really modern compared to what the rest of the market out here in Rialto is offering. We're really open. The flows of our houses are going to be unique and have style and livability versus what really that market is offering to your clients. So.
Wonderful. Well, I certainly appreciate it. Thank you, David, for being with us today and sharing some information about Richmond American Homes, specifically here Seasons at Acacia. Grateful for your time. Once again, this has been another episode of SoCal New Builds. If you guys are in the market to buy a new home and you're uncomfortable going directly to the builder, please reach out to us, DM us, hit us, or slide us a DM like Ben says, and we'd be happy to reach out and kind of bring you out here and introduce you to David and get the process started and see if maybe Seasons at Acacia is a good choice for you. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Hector Aguilar along with Ben Champagne of Aguilar Realty Group. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.